Today is day 27 of my 30-day Godot challenge. And normally at the beginning of these videos I try to do something silly. But in this video I'm going to share something. And what I'm going to share is the Halo 3 Legendary Edition helmet that I got when it was released. I remember my little brother and I waiting in line to get our Legendary Edition. And we loved playing this game. We actually loved playing the entire Halo series cooperatively and going through the story campaign. So that was always a lot of fun. We never really played a lot of multiplayer, but we always played the campaign over and over again. So that was an awesome memory. So I just wanted to share you a gaming memory of mine. And part of the reason why I think I like to develop games, or I keep going back to learning how to develop games. So just a cool memory I wanted to share with you, and also an excuse to show off something I have that I really enjoy and that has a lot of memories attached to it. So there's that. So that's the memory. Hopefully you enjoyed that little piece of information. But let's get into the project and check up on Lost Hearts. Okay, so here we are on the project. Let's start it up. So, first things first. This sign. I get close to it. It gives me instructions. Press up to jump. And then here's my enemy. I land on them. I die. As much as dying is right now. And they know to turn around when they hit walls, and they know to turn around when they hit edges. There's actually a link in the description to a video that showed me how to do that. So there's the sign again. I can kill them. Okay, I've got to change that because I want you to collect the skull when you do something like that. So there's that. The skull bounces. I changed how the skull bounces so that way when it hits something, it dampens it, so that way it slows down so the player can grab it easier. Another thing. Is there another thing I have working besides that? Oh yeah, I've changed how crouch works. Crouch no longer slows you down when you're in crouch. I didn't see it wasn't given the feeling that I wanted when you played the game. So I think that's all the elements that have been created since the last time. And then I've got a test pit right here. There you go. So let's go into how just the fine details of how this is working. So most of this is covered in the link in the description for the video, but basically what happens is here's switch direction. So basically speed equals speed times -1, which pretty much anytime switch direction is called, speed times -1 is just gonna flip it. So if it's a negative number, it's a positive number. If it's a positive number, it's a negative number. Animation.fliph equals not animation flip h. That's just a toggle. If it's flipped, don't flip it. If it's not flipped, flip it. And then raycast position, same thing, times its position by -1, so that way it flips on either side. I have a function, take damage, if dead, Q free right now. Enemy movement, this is how it is on wall, so if it's hitting a wall, it switches direction. And then if raycast is not colliding, then switch direction, which means it's about to fall off an edge. All this stuff is covered in the tutorial that I'm linking down in the bottom. Credit where credit's due. That tutorial series is a really great series. If you're interested in learning about how to make a platformer, I would highly suggest that video series. So that's the enemy script. Info sign. Info sign isn't anything major. It's an area 2D. And all it is if a body that enters it's the player, it plays the message, and then after 2 seconds, the message goes away. I should probably make that a variable so I can change that. And then, new thing on the skull. So skull is a rigid body. So this is another thing I had to do some research on. So how the enemy knows that they're hit is the skull hits it. This is where I'm slowing it down. Linear damp equals 2. If body isn't group enemy, body.take damage, skull damage. So body has a function. Enemy has a function called take damage. Where is it? Right here, take damage. and its parameter is damage, and then health minus equals damage. And then if health is less than or equal to 0, enemy's dead. So skull damage right now is 1, but I can adjust that if I want to, or I can set it through code if I ever felt the need to. So, I think that's about it for progress. So, it's coming along. Like, I can see the bones are there. The bones of this are there. So, I have almost all the elements done. So we'll hop out into the outro and I'll tell you what's in store for tomorrow. So that's day 27. On day 28, I'm going to start making the mini boss, which I've decided is going to be a slime spawner. And it's going to be the final thing in the player's way before they can get the heart and complete the tutorial level. This is also the final major element of the tutorial level that I have to complete. After this, I can start building out the level and start finishing up some art assets and polishing the game up. Can I get that done within the 30 days? In the last couple of days of this challenge? I'm not exactly sure if I can do that. But hopefully you'll stick around to find out. Have a good day or night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And have a good one. Bye.
And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication.